Hello, what's up guys? Your boy DTRU is here and welcome to another Lord of Nazarick video. And in today's video guys, we are going to be presenting you 3 easy score teams that can score you from 35 to 45k, and also a second team who can score less than that so you can get the score that you want, and also a third of SR teams that will get you at least the 10k score, and that is mostly for C players or either global players that have just started. So I hope that you enjoy the video, and let's begin. So basically today the first worm has dropped to global NC, and this is the second monster hunt that has dropped, and this guy is the scorpion. And what is his buff? His buff is that a monster hunt before each ally's turn, they gain one random buff for one round. So basically before any of your allies start the turn, they will gain one random buff, and this is where the most of the RNG's start begins. That's why scoring the same score is impossible in the specific buffs that they give, because each sometimes it give defense buff, sometimes it give like you it will ruin your time, and it will ruin the run. So what you need is the perfect buffs to be with you, so you can actually score a lot. As you can see, I tried for some times, and I was able to score 36 team. But this team that I'm going to present can score from 35 to 45k, and it's tested that it can reach to 45k, and maybe hopefully we will reach it now on the stream. Now for the first worm threatens characters without buffs, make sure your characters have enough buffs, applying buffs to allies to earn higher points. So basically when you have buffs, you will deal less damage to you, and the more buffs you have, the more higher points that you're gonna get. So we are going to go and start with the first team. The first team is going to be, of course, Momon and Valkyrie Charlatier, Mare, and Albedo Maid as well. Here in this where is made Albedo shines and Monster Hunt, and especially in the Monster Hunts that are green, just like that. This is where they both can deal a lot, a massive amount of damage that we can count on and we can score on. So basically this is going to be the first team that can score you a lot. I've tried with Charlatier, but she dies fast because she's blue and he's green. So it was a little bit annoying, but I think it can work. So you can also replace, for example, replace her with Shielder Tank, and hopefully that she will work. But for now, I'm going to show this team, and of course, we're going to be putting Vert Mari on Mari because we want him to slow down as much as possible, so we can make turns more and play more and use Momon ulti more, so we can get that score. And termination on on Alibedo, and on Momon, and Alchemy on Valkyrie Sharatir, hoping that she gives our Momon attack buff so he can deal even more and more damage. And now for these, we are going to change actually this and put this. We are going to be using negative burst, and this one is what will allow us to deal more damage to warriors and rangers, and the enemies are rangers. And this will make us use negative burst at the beginning, and this will empower the mages, which is going to be Mari. It will give him a little bit of more damage. So this is basically the first team, and let's go and start. We put Momon as the captain, of course, and then we start the battle. Oh, before that, grab a crit damage scroll in here, okay? Because of the buffs that we gain, they will crit a lot, hopefully. Also, that is RNG, but when they crit good, and we need crit damage as much as possible so they can deal more damage. And of course, the healing scroll, not the HP, the healing, the one that heals you 4.5% max HP. It will heal each turn that comes. So now let's start and show you that first team. It all counts as we said on the buffs. Don't forget to click on him so you can see the red dots so they can only attack him. And then we want Momo to start with his second skill, and then you give him to Oro again, all good. And we leave the others as they is. And we always want her to do the defense down, so we are going to be keeping it on her. Hopefully she can do the defense down more, and we can deal more and more damage to the enemies. Now as you can see the crit that we have, and now they have a chance to crit, and as you can see he doesn't crit all of them, sometimes he does crit all of them, and she also crit with her assists, so they can deal a massive amount of damage. Also Alibedo, look at her, she deals damage to like, she dealt most of them on the minions, not on him. That also counts in a good score. So everything here counts on a good score. So that's where you need to keep trying. Like, it doesn't matter how much, 50 run, 100 run. Trust me, I go to that length, and a lot of people go to that length because this is what it takes. Because you can see the buffs, like you have a lot of buffs, you have only some. Like you see the buffs that they have on their heads, this is all RNG. Now every buff has disappeared, and you have a defense here, and then he gained an attack in here from the alchemy. Now we get from the alchemy the defense boost for him because this is the highest defense in here as well. So he doesn't have a lot of attack. So you can see, do you see the drop and the damage? Like once he, like the first one, it was 100 something, and here it was 69k. Do you see the difference? It's because he wasn't critting a lot, and it's because the buffs wasn't on him. The buffs has gone. It doesn't have enough buffs to actually do damage. When he have some of the buffs, you can see 47k was the only normal attack, and when he doesn't crit, it's 16k. And when he crits, he doesn't want to crit now. Can you crit, buddy? When he crits, it's 76. Do you see the difference? Like it's not 10k or 15k difference. It's like 40 to 50k difference on damage as he usually does. And as you can see, this run was 30 is 4k, and my last run was almost 37. And you can score to 40 and up to 45, but he needs to crit. As you can see, we were so unlucky, so the crits wasn't like we wanted them to be. And the buffs was mostly defensive buffs, so we were unlucky. So you want to keep rerolling and rerolling until you have good buffs. And now we're gonna move for the second team. You can leave Mari and Valkyrie Charlotte here, and in case most of you have summoned or Lupus Regina, the bleed one, you can use her here, as well with Cocytus, the bleed here. You can use this team to actually get like we don't want this one, we want the defense down from Charlotte. You can get between 20k to 22k in case you pulled for Lupus Regina and you pulled for Valkyrie Charlotte, because on C you had Valkyrie Charlotte as well, especially for C. So you should have Valkyrie Charlotte, and you should have picked Mari, like I said in my guides, pick Mari always. So these you should have, and this one if you summoned on her, and Cocytus, the bleed team. If you don't have Cocytus, any red DPS will be good enough. Like even if it's the SRs in here, where are they? Like the Golem can be good. Clementine can be good right here, the red one. It's okay. Put just any red like damage DPSers instead of him. But if you have him, he is good and he can get you a good score. And now we want to go Termination and her Arclight, of course, for the damage nullify of the bleed. And we want to put Vert Mare on him because we want him to deal as much damage with his ulti to apply the bleed, to apply the Grievous wound. So that's why I'm playing Vert Mare in here. And we also are gonna put this for him. I don't have his Arclight. His Arclight is better, but if you don't have it, you can put this instead. And also Vert Mare on Mare because we want him to slow down the enemy as much as possible. And of course Alchemy on Charlotte here. And we're gonna leave it the same as here. And now we are going to go and start. Basically, he doesn't take a lot of damage from bleed. If he does take a lot of damage from bleed, that would have been the perfect team to actually clear it, especially that Lupus Regina has came right now. But sadly, it's not the case. We want to click ultimate on him so he can click ultimate, sorry, any time he has the chance, because he deals good amount of damage with his ultimate, and he helps us with the Grievous wound to deal more bleed damage to the enemy. Now all we can stack is up to 10k, and when you have our 4 stars, it will get up to 11 stacks of bleed. That's why I didn't put his his captain skill. It's because we applying a lot already and there's no need for that. I want some defense down, because the more defense down, the more damage they're going to do physically. That is will going to be outside of the bleed, so we can actually get a score, because bleed doesn't get us a massive amount of score. We want them to also deal some damage, so we want some defense down so we can actually deal damage with our actual attack, not only with our bleed account. So as you can see right now, we already dealt 10k, was more than half a little bit. In these teams, you want to get the attack scroll, not the crit damage scroll. Only for the first team, you use crit damage scroll, okay? But for this team and the other team that I'm going to show, the SR team, don't use crit damage scroll. Only use the attack scrolls, okay? But as you can see, even with crit damage scroll, with attack is going to be better. But even with crit, they can actually do up to 20, I think. Depends on how much damage you gotta do to him right now. Yeah, it's 18.5k. I did 20 before. Also RNG as we can say. So it can get you because at 20k to 18k. This is the second team that can go. And now for beginners that doesn't have the benefits of these characters who just started the game and only have SR characters. Of course you have summoned a little bit and you got some SR characters. So basically what you want to go and start using is these red characters right here. You can use Clementine. Clementine is gonna be the source of the damage. And also we're going to use the Goblin right here because of his high tier defense down that we have on here. His captain skill is going to inflict defense down. And also they will receive high tier defense down. And of course we want Hamaske. Where is Hamaske? We want to use Hamaske for more defense. I put them together because his defense is different than his. Okay, they stack together. So we put defense down on here, and we can also put it with the captain skill. So this is two tier defense down that can actually make us deal more and more damage. And the best healer of the SRs are Nigun, so he can make us like keep us alive as much as possible because of his second skill and because of his angel that gives us shields and also heals us for a little bit. If you don't find this team consistent and you keep dying, you can replace Hamiske with Yuri so she can go and tank at least the little guys so they don't kill any one of you, but it will deal a little bit of less score, but it will also be 10k and above. And if you have Charlotte, you can also, because most of you maybe have summoned on her, you can put her also instead of Hamiski. It will work so you can keep your team alive. It also works so it can be doable. And now for the gears, we give him the stars and his arclight for sure, and we give him buy-in because we want to give some defense for our team so they don't die fast because we don't have tank in this team. So we want to give them as much defense as we can, and we're going to be putting his arclight, of course, and Hamiske alchemy in his arclight, her arclight. Sorry, I always say he, but it's she. And for Clementine, you can put picnic or this one or this one. It doesn't matter. Even a Libido one if you have it. All these can work. All of these four can work. Okay, and termination for sure. And now we're going to put Goblin, not Hamiske, as the attack and healing scroll. And we're gonna start. Like I said, for this team and the bleed team, use only attack scrolls. Now we just want to make sure that all of them keep ulting when they have the chance with negative burst. And also when he uses second skill, you want to use his second skill first. He's gonna use it by himself. Then click on the ultimate. So he always give us the ultimates right here. As you can see, we get shields and we get heals each time that we move. And also because of him, we will get heals so we can stay alive for a little bit. Because he is blue, she is blue, sorry, Hamski, she's blue. So they're going to attack her and did a lot of damage to her. So there's a chance that she might die. But as you can see, because of his second skill and the debuffs we have on the enemies, he cannot kill us and we can also heal again. Not only from him, but also from the scrolls and from Nigun. Both these heals and shields can help us survive so we can deal at least 10k. As you can see, already 20 round and we dealt 9.6k. So we can deal like about 18k, depends on the how lucky we are. So even if they died here, for example, let's say they died here or whatever, you still got your 10k, and this team is meant to only get you 10k, but it can get more, so that's actually good. You can compete with this team a little bit, like with the new players, of course, especially on C, like the people who just started the game or something like that. But as you can see, already almost like 14k, we have 9 more rounds to go. We can get up to 18 or 17k, depends on how much damage we can do. Clementine is the source of the damage, as you can see. Now we can see Hamisk is dead, But that doesn't matter because we already done what we wanted to do, what we wanted to deal, and which is the 10 above K score. And look, it's even 17. Like I said, 17 to 18 depends on this damage. Okay, yes, 18, nice. 18.1 also. Nice, I love that. It's also a little bit comparable to the Bleed team. I don't believe that. Full SR team actually pulled it off. And this is your SR team, as you can see, can get up to 18k if RNG is with you. And that's it for the Forest Swarm, guys. This is the three teams that I can offer you. I hope that any of these teams can help you out and can get you the score, especially for the new players. I put the third team just targeting you guys. I hope that it helps you and hope that you have these characters, and good luck with your runs. And thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your boy DTRU was with you guys. Peace.